I ask for the truth on behalf of Sammie Kennedy concerning relationship issues and with an accent now, wanting to know if it's going to be okay or what's this all about. Very strange, isn't it, asking the name of truth. I hasn't seen him for a while, asking the name of truth. Right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And looks like you haven't seen him for a while there, has it, Sammie? I don't know what this is about there. We'll just place the cards to the side here and deal out 3 cards that represent the past, the present and the future. Of course, we do the recent past influence, the present influence and the immediate future influence. Of course, in this particular scenario, the recent past is a moon phase behind, and the immediate future, of course, a month ahead, where about 28 days or so, of course, and then with you there, Sammie, in the middle. This is about going in with axes and going back with somebody, and is it going to work out, and tra-la-la-la-la, and well, what's been going on just recently? What's inspired this old relationship to suddenly spark up again, maybe? Maybe that's the key to it, I don't know. I sort of sense it might be. The energy is serendipity there, just indicating a bright new prospect on the horizon for that just recently. So clearly there was something going on between you before. Why am I sort of sensing as like regrets that it broke up in the first place, and it shouldn't have really broken up, and it should have stayed as it was, but something happened and tra-la-la-la-la, as it does. It usually does, doesn't it? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the most bloody inconvenient time, but let's see what's going on now. Is it going wrong, right, or a bit in the middle, or what's this about? Oh, a bright new prospect there with the maiden, and a new relationship blossoms. Is this a new relationship with the same old, or what's this? A new relationship blossoms. I sort of sense as though this is something else, though, because the new relationship that blossoms from the old, I got a sort of sense as this is a new relationship, literally. And the old relationship that you're carrying on from 10 years ago is interfering with this new relationship that's blossoming now. Or that's the maiden there, the maiden mother crone of the moon, and that, of course, the moon goddess, just indicating that, isn't it? But either way, sometimes the maiden can indicate a new relationship as a new partnership, if it's a career type thing or a business sort of partnership, but this isn't it. This is to do with relationship, isn't it? So it is to do with relationships in that sense. A new, you don't know whether to say a new relationship blossoms with the old, or I'm sort of getting as though this is something separate to the one that you're on about now. Although bright new prospects were on the horizon for the relationship, for the axe, nevertheless a bright new prospect on a relationship is starting now, and it's separate to the one that you're in. And I've got a sense as though, only just a sense, to feel it in my water, as you would say, that this is probably why you're questioning this. I want to just see what the immediate future holds if you carry on along this path. Of course, you still have power to change it, or you still have choices to deal with it, even if you're in a permanent fixture. But nevertheless, the tragedy there, the key, just indicating yes, opportunities, but doors opening and closing for you there, locked doors, doors are being unlocked for you there. So you can, but of course it's up to you to go through those doors. The relationship that you're on about, of course, it may be blossoming again, and the doors, locked doors, will become open to you in that relationship between now and this time next month. But why I'm sort of sensing as though this is another relationship as well as something else besides on the side that's not getting in the way, but is just there. reminding you that it hasn't gone away, and the locked doors to that relationship can be opened as well. I get a sort of sense as though you've got a choice of two here, and this is the problem. You've got a choice of two, and whichever one you choose will lead to a broken heart. I want to pull another card here, I really do. It's really sort of strange, this one, isn't it? I want to just pull another card to see what goes around or what comes around then, as you would say, around about maybe Decemberish or something like that. Let's just flip this card nice and slowly to see what its energy is. That's an interesting one, isn't it? The element of water. Emotions will be at their peak. So I don't know what this is all about. I got a sense as though around about Christmas time, or around about sort of the festive period, it looks as though there may be a lot of tears, or either tears of joy, but I got a sort of sense this is going to be tears of regret, maybe tears of loss. I don't know what's going on there, but emotions are going to be at their peak around about sort of November, Decemberish. If locked doors are open in November, between now and this time in November, then of course it's around about Decemberish, isn't it? Is it such a word as Decemberish? I think you know what this is all about though, but I still think that this new relationship that blossoms right now is something new in that sense. It's not the old one sparking up again, because we know that bright new prospects are on the horizon for that, but the bright new prospects have been on the horizon just recently for both, and you've got a choice. Locked doors being opened for you, or will be open for you, for either one, and that's I think where the emotions come in, because you've got to let go. You cannot serve two masters, and this is what it is, isn't it? For now though, the truth has been spoken through these cards.